Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kyra here with another EXOS Heroes video. And in today's video, I want to talk about the absolute worst mechanic in EXOS Heroes. So this annoys me so much, and I think the reason why it annoys me so much is not only is it a really bad mechanic and poorly done, but it's one of the biggest things that they have for potential in this game that is already programmed into the game that they're just completely screwing up. And the thing I want to talk about is it's this magical enhancement right here. This is handled so badly, and I wanted to explain why I think that. And I did this for science because I didn't know for sure if this is how it worked, but it actually works in the absolute worst way imaginable. And how this works, here, let me actually go to a different one. So as you can see here, let me actually get out of the way. A couple things. We have the magical enhancement material here. This is something that you get from Embodiment Avarice. It's the only way you can get that material. And then this is the only way in the game currently when it comes to weapons. Every single stat in the game is static. Every single top row piece is always going to be critical hit damage, a hit attack speed, and critical hit amount on these faded pieces of gear. It's always going to be that. So the only way to have some kind of unique way of gearing a character is purely on this magical enhancement. And how they have it now is it's based on a material that is very hard to come by. Then not only that, it is all RNG on whether or not you actually get the stat you want. And on top of that, it's not only RNG, but you could ruin a piece of gear because the cost increases as you level up that piece of gear, and it never goes away. That piece of gear, it becomes ruined after a certain point. You can't upgrade it. You only get a certain amount of attempts to actually change this piece of gear to something. And then it's just going to be so expensive that you will be able to upgrade it once a month, once every 2 weeks. It's just absolutely insane to me. Then not only that, it gets worse than that somehow. So for example, you go to this magical enhancement here, and it rolled dodge rate. So that's something good. So let's look at these stats. So flat attack, worst case scenario is 1, best case scenario is 15. Garbage. Always going to be garbage. Doesn't matter if it high rolls. Defense 1 to 10, garbage. HP 8 to 80, garbage. Critical hit damage actually could be pretty good. 1.2 to 12. Somewhere in between, whatever. 1.2 is obviously going to feel bad, but anything higher than 5% is going to feel pretty good. Attack speed, obviously very good. Luck, we have no idea what the hell that does. No idea. Hit, good on mages. If you had Bathory, Magi, something like that, hit could be pretty good. Block could be pretty good. Such a wide disparity there, 7.2 to 72. It's just crazy. And look at that disparity compared to 1 through 15. It's all over the place. And then you got block defense, that can be pretty good. Dodge rate, that's good. And then critical hit, that's obviously good. So all these things, so half of them are bad, one of them we don't even know what the hell it does, and then the other ones are pretty good. But you have this hold stat right here. So I rolled dodge rate. You actually enjoy This is the piece you wanted. You're like, hey, I want dodge rate. I want to keep dodge rate. I want to make that dodge rate better. So they have this thing. It's called hold stat right here. You click it. Now notice how the cost. Right now we're at 20. It costs 20 magical enhancements to increase this stat to a random other stat. It could be a completely other one. It could be better or worse. So I could hit this right here. And then now it's going to be 30. It tacks on more, but it's going to be guaranteed to be dodge rate. And then it says enchant randomly adds/changes one set of equipment. Okay. And so I was like, you know what? This is so expensive, but I just want to try it. Let's see what happens. And this could be where it doesn't guarantee that it's going to get better. So it's going to cost a crap ton of these materials, and you could just go right back to in progress. And so it ended up happening to me. I'm a little salty about this, but I knew that this was a possibility. Whereas this piece of gear right here, as you can see, it rolled attack speed. Attack speed is a good stat. So I kept it. I did the hold thing. And then obviously I've rolled this many times. And so it went from 1.4, then it went to 1.8, then it went to 2.52, then it went to 2.88. Then I rolled it again because I was like, okay, it's going up. Then I rolled it again, went back to 0.3 0.36. 0.36. So now then I out of salt, I rolled it a few times, and then now we're back to 2.52. So the reason why I'm so mad about this, first of all, that's just awful, just objectively an awful way of doing this. But the main thing is when it comes to gear in this game, there's no way to adjust gear. So like you're always going to be stuck with every character gets the same amount of gear. They're always going to have this amount of critical hit damage. They're always going to have this amount of critical hit rate. Everyone has that. So there's no parity. Like there's no way to maximize. Like I have a tank character. I don't really care about critical hit or critical hit damage on say Tantalo, but I do care about those stats on another character. So there's no way to adjust how much speed they have. There's no way to adjust how much critical hit damage or block chance they have. So you're just stuck on these pieces of gear, and the amount of resources it takes to maybe get one piece of gear at any point at where you want it is almost borderline impossible. So what's the point? No one's going to care. No, unless you're some super try hard, no one's going to care. So it's just such a missed opportunity. I feel like all of this should just cost 5 to 10. If you want to guarantee a stat, make it guaranteed to go up. It costs 5 to roll it randomly. It costs 10 to roll it randomly on one piece of gear, but it goes up from there. And that's all it costs. It never goes up higher. That's how much it should be. Then people would actually care about the system. Then people are going to want to actually care more about embodiment avarice. It's win-win. It's going to cause people to the system is just so bad it misses the mark completely. Then it somehow gets worse than that by them introducing rank 1 gear. Now we know that our gear is not permanent. So who cares about actually getting our gear better? Because rank 2 gear is just going to come out. And then we're just going to have to crush it all in. Yes, we get our materials back, but who cares? We spent all this time getting the right rolls on it, even though it costs way too much and it's not fun and I'm probably not even going to bother. But if I do get lucky and have a good roll, I'm not going to want to get rid of it. But rank 2 gear doubles the stats of my character. That's exaggerated, but still you get my point. So this system is frustrating for, and I just want to rant a bit about how bad this system is. And just, I don't know. That's what I think about it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below if you guys agree, disagree. If you any solutions on how they can fix this. Not that they care. And with that, you guys have a good one. Peace.